Hi YouTube! I hit my bowl. Hi YouTube and welcome to this episode of Shelby Does Vlogging. I did a video already today, but I was not really pleased with it, so I decided I was going to document me making banana bread. So I have this big bowl here, and I'm going to show you my banana bread recipe. It's kind of a variation of a recipe I found on the internet, and I had to adapt it once because I didn't quite have the right amount of ingredients. So yeah, we're going to get started. The recipe is it's on my phone, so I might refer to this a bit, so I'm sorry. I don't often cook with recipes, but with baking I feel like it's necessary. So we are going to take 2 cups of all-purpose flour, AP flour. My 1 cup measuring cup is it's in the wash right now, which is I'm doing dishes. Please ignore my dirty dishes if you see them. I'm in the middle of doing them. Stop nagging me. So yeah, so I have a 3/4 and a 1/4 cup clean. So I'll just do 2 of these and then 2 of the other one. 1, 2, and then 2 of these. 1, 2. So that's the flour. Next, I believe, is sugar. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, so we're going to do a substitution already. I apparently used all my sugar and haven't bought any yet. So this is going to be sweetened with honey. So I'm going to leave it until I mix like the eggs and the banana, and then I'll add this. Don't let me forget. Oops. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. One of those in the original recipe was 1 teaspoon, but then I messed it up and it turned out really well. So I'm just sticking with how I messed up because it seemed to work. So I don't have a, actual teaspoon, tablespoon, measuring spoon set. So I have a teaspoon, which is not at all accurate, but you work with what you got. Oops. Yeah, I'll be fine. Why do I do this? I don't know why. Let's call that a teaspoon. It's probably a tablespoon. They're going to be really fluffy. It's going to be really fluffy banana bread. Mix it a bit. And salt. That should be fine. It just says a pinch of salt. It doesn't actually have a measurement. And 1 cup of chocolate chips. This doesn't feel like quite 1 cup, so we will just go with whatever is in there. Yeah, that's barely like half a cup. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not even like mad. So then you mix those in there. Okay, so let's just move this 2 over here for now, just to the side. Okay, and now we're going to mash 2 cups of bananas. Bananas, you're supposed to bake with them when they're really gross and overripe. I just kicked my table, I'm sorry. You're supposed to mash them when they feel really gross and squishy. So here we go. Ugh. They're just easier to mash, I guess. So we're going to take 2 eggs. Did that with 1 hand and didn't even get shells in. This one I'll just do normally. You wanna know what's the worst part about today? I have had that Donald Trump cheerleader song stuck in my head all day. So the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of melted butter, but when I did this before, I didn't have enough butter, and so I used a combination of butter and margarine. But I don't have margarine, so I'm going to use 1/8 of a cup of butter and 1/8 of a cup of canola oil. It worked. It seemed to work really well. So I don't have a microwave, so I'm going to take a little bit of it and just melt it in a pot on my stove. And yeah, and then we'll add it with the oil. And add it. Yeah. Here's a problem with me. I am the freakishly long torso thing. So this is a constant problem. I'm sorry. I just really like this shirt. It's just, I haven't watched a lot of Bill and Ted. Yeah, Bill and Ted. But I just like the message it says on it. Be excellent to each other, which I think lately people have been not always really nice to each other. So let's try get approximately 1/8 of a cup of melted butter. So 1/8 of a cup of butter and 1/8 of a cup of canola oil. So I'm going to just fill up this 1/4 cup half full. USA! USA! It's so obvious they're lip syncing. I don't. Okay, so we have the egg in here. Oh, I need to put some milk in here. I need to put in 1/4 of a cup. Well, it's a good thing I already threw my 1/4 of a cup measuring thing in the wash. So we'll just guess. So we're just going to mash this banana in. I find it's nice to mash it in with the other liquids. It just helps. So that's getting all mashed up. It looks interesting. So then I have the melted butter and oil. Oh, the oil's already melted, but I throw in the oil in with the butter when it melts. So yeah. So we'll just keep mashing until it's not chunky, lumpy banana in there. Okay, so it's kind of chunky, but you know what? I think that's okay. I'm going to grab my bowl of flour and chips and salt and all those dry things. So probably the first thing you should do before anything is preheat your oven, which I just turned on. So preheat your oven to 350. So you're supposed to take your wet ingredients and add them to your dry ingredients. Whoa, look how goopy that looks. So you're supposed to mix it until just mixed. But I'm going to mix it until all the flour is gone. I'm making banana bread because I had ripe bananas that I really needed to use, as you can see. I have a friend coming over tomorrow to watch Harry Potter 7 Part 2 because Alan Rickman. So actually we planned to do that before Alan Rickman actually passed away. So it seems fitting that we're going to watch the one where Snape dies. This doesn't look as goopy as the last batch of this I made. So I don't know what that means, but if it's not good, I just won't give it to Charlie, my friend. Okay, so that's a thing. So as you can see, I have these cute little loaf pans, and you're supposed to grease them. Let's grease them with some pan. I did not add the sugar. I don't have a lot of honey left, so I'm just going to empty it. Maybe this will smooth it out. How many people were yelling at me, "You're forgetting the sugar! You're forgetting the honey!" Thanks. Maybe I need some vanilla. Okay, this is looking more battery, which is nice. I'm glad I didn't forget the honey. Like, I tasted it, and I thought, this isn't very sweet. And then it hit me like a bus in Mean Girls. So we're going to distribute this into these 2 pans. We're going to fill them up. I don't know how much, like 3/4 of the way approximately. I feel like if I was on Chopped, because obviously my memory is not great, I would forget like all the ingredients. I'd be like, oh, here's a chicken, carrots, lima beans, and some blueberry muffins. Oops. And what I would do is make like a salad with none of those. And be like, oh, I forgot. It's about not completely full. And I feel like something you might want to do is just, you know, jiggle it around, go like this. I feel like this helps get rid of air bubbles. Probably creates more, but I don't care. So these two bread loaf pan things, they're not perfectly even, but I think they're good enough for now. So we're going to pop these in. I'm done with life. I'm going to send this to Charlie later and be like, see what all the effort I put in. That wasn't grammar. See all the effort I put in for you. Okay, so we're just going to clean up these pans a bit. Let's try this again. We're going to put these in the oven, and they're going to bake, and they're going to bake for approximately 45 minutes to an hour, I think is what it says. What it does says is 50 to 60 minutes, or until cake tester inserted in center comes out clean. I don't remember how long I cooked it for. I think I just kept watching it, and when it got really like brown and crispy on the top, because they do poof up a bit, I think I just assumed they were done. So yeah, I'm going to put these in there, and then they will cook. Yay! We'll be back in 45 minutes to an hour-ish, maybe. We'll see. We'll see you later. So I forgot that I was vlogging this experience, and I've already had some of the banana bread. It's pretty darn good. I'll just show it to you. Ooh. So it got pretty big. It's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of, maybe it could be a little sweeter, but it's not bad. It's pretty darn good. It's nice and soft. It's nice and soft in the middle, and it's cooked all the way through, and it has, you can see the chocolate bits. So I really didn't have like too small of amount of chocolate bits. So that was good. So thank you for watching my vlog this week. Sorry it's a little bit different just because, I don't know, this week wasn't particularly exciting. There were deaths, celebrity deaths, but that's about it. But I don't want to talk about it. I'm not over Alan Rickman's death yet. So I'm going to eat some more banana bread, and I'm going to clean up my kitchen because like, that's a disaster. And yeah, so have a good night, everyone, and I will see you next time. Yeah.